Batman and Luke Skywalker are fighting for your hard-earned money. This is a review of the Batman Mech Armor and the Luke Skywalker X-Wing Mech Armor. Who deserves a spot on your shelf? Let's find out. This June 2024, Lego dropped both these sets. I'm aware that for the US this Batman one is not yet released, but it will be available starting August 2024. Let's build Batman first. It was a simple build that took less than an hour. I saved a little time by building together the symmetric arms and legs, but I was careful not to mix up the parts that only appear on one side. And here he is, fully built. Let's remove the fig for now and we will take a closer look at him later. Standard mech armor cockpit here with the hinged front armor with printed insignia. In this case, it's the classic Batman logo they use on most depictions of the Caped Crusader. I love this utility belt. It's in a nice gold color, and this clip part from the front resembles like a filled utility belt. Further down, we see the legs that are in this black and gray colors. They are not the easiest thing to position, and indeed, standing them in a cool pose takes time and patience. This is true for most mech armors. The foot has a decent range of motion. On the bottom are thrusters using these trans red dish pieces. And this part is a tile. I don't think they should have tiled the bottom of the foot. Why? Because it makes the bottom of the foot of the mech slippery and it makes it harder to pose. Up here, the arms and hands of the mech look awesome. The right arm features a stud shooter that fires trans red studs. I advise not keeping these things loaded as they fly out at incredible speeds, as we have talked about in a previous video. The fingers use these claw pieces, which I think are the best looking digits for a mech armor. The thumb is functional but looks too different for me. You also have storage for one batarang on this shooter. On the other arm, it's basically the same except for this giant batarang. You don't have to be the world's greatest detective to deduce that bigger is better. It's brick built and it sort of transforms, albeit unintentionally. Would be great to lock it in place, but I have no idea how. It connects to the single stud piece here. On the back is my favorite part of this mech, the wings and thruster assembly. The black wings I think are taken from a Lego Technique car set and looks great here in this scale. It articulates not just to open or close, but you can also raise and lower them. But I think they look the best at an angle like this. Creative use of the Lego wheel piece here in gold as the main thruster. It would have been a lot cooler if they included a flame piece here to show thrust. And here is the Batman minifigure. I think this is my first minifig of the Dark Knight, so I don't really have notes other than, yeah, that looks like Batman. Front and back printing with a utility belt that appears on both sides. Dual printed faces, one annoyed face and the other is the annoyed angry face, Batman's only two moods. Cloth cape, which is basically a dog hair magnet in this house. The helmet is dual molded so you can see the nice white in the eyes. Batman Mech Armor is the first DC Lego mech armor. I think they are trying to put their best foot forward by starting strong with a reliable character like Bats here. I would love to see a Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, or even a Green Arrow mech armor. Surprise everyone with a Green Arrow mech. I really enjoyed that Arrow CW series and anyway, let's move on to our next mech armor, Luke Skywalker's X-Wing Mech Armor. The build was fast and fun. The only thing of note was that they came in numbered bags. I don't remember the other mech armors coming in numbered bags. It definitely made it faster to build because the parts are grouped in smaller batches. They are all 6+ sets, so I don't understand why this one is different. And here is the mech armor all built, piloted by none other than Luke Skywalker himself. Let's remove him for now and we'll take a closer look at him later. Right away you see the difference with Batman's. Luke is a standing mech armor, no studs here for him to sit on. This is better for his back, but he should consider a sit-stand mech armor for better ergonomics. Let's close this cover back up. On the front is the Rebel Alliance branding in a nice printed tile. The waist has clips on both sides for holding both a blaster and a lightsaber hilt. The legs are nice and thick, which gives this mech armor a stable base. Great use of vent pieces in different colors to give this a more industrial feel. The feet look like little land speeders when they are off their ball joint. It has thrusters on the back and none on the underside. The arms are nice and beefy as well thanks to the strategic tiling. The hands have stubby little fingers that won't hold anything and the thumb is made up of slope pieces. This giant lightsaber is being held by this Technique piece. It looks incredible and is just the perfect size for a mech. On the other hand is a blaster, once again held by Technique pieces. It looks weird from this angle, like one of those Supreme cash cannons. It has a scope up top and features a stud shooter that fires trans-red round tiles. On the back, you have these wings that are in an X-shaped configuration, like, X-wing. They are on ball joints so they can move independently. Pink studs here to represent the engine glow. And you have about 3 seconds to figure out what is wrong here. The lightsaber is on a clip. Here is the minifig of Luke Skywalker in the orange flight suit. The torso and leg printing look wonderful. The helmet also has detailed small prints. Interesting choice to print the visor as part of the head. And actually, Luke here has dual face printing, so the back is this smile face with slightly open mouth. Unfortunately, you see the helmet strap here on the back side. Well, at least it's not super obvious. I haven't had a chance to build the Star Wars mech armors, Vader, Boba Fett, Stormtrooper, but I would love to review them. So I have an important question to ask you. Would you watch a review, an entertainment style review like this one, of old or retired sets or even sets that I'm just a few months behind on? Because I have a lot of older sets that are gathering dust over here that I acquired over the years. But I don't want to work on something that would ultimately be of no value to you. So yeah, please let me know below. Now let's compare the two mechs side by side. Okay, here they are, play nice. So which one is the better buy? Let's go through our AQV scores. Accessibility. Both sets are original Lego and the instructions are always top tier. But the designer's decision to separate the bags by number for Luke's mech nudges this round in their favor. Bats 4 out of 5, Luke 5 out of 5. Quality. Plastic quality is standard, no question. Let's compare the visual factors. Batman is dark, Luke is light. The styling cannot be any clearer. Batmech looks like something that could actually exist in universe, while Luke mech is an impossibility. They might have won the war swiftly if they had a literal Gundam on their side, so it just won't work story-wise. The accessories, the giant batarang is fun, but I think the giant lightsaber and blaster are cooler. X-Wing versus Batwing. The Batwings are actually a little hard to pose, while the X-Wing move too easily. Overall aesthetic, with all things considered, I will have to give this round to the Jedi pilot. Bats 4 out of 5, Luke 5 out of 5. Value. There is a $1 difference in the suggested retail price of these two sets, and if you calculate the price per piece, you get the following. That's not enough difference for me in both SRP and price per piece, so I am calling it right down the middle and calling it a tie. Bats 4 out of 5, Luke 4 out of 5. So, who won? The winner is Luke Skywalker's Mech Armor. If you like this video, check out this review where we compared the War Machine and Venom mech armors.